Test, test, test. Let's see if it's behaving. All right. Okay, good. It is working. All right. Hello, everybody. Let me just post the link onto the Discord, and then we'll get going here. Then we'll get going with St. Pete. This is the second time I've run this, and I've shortened the race just a little bit because I was originally going to do videos for this, but needless to say, that didn't work. The race was actually really good, but yeah. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Florida Lottery Grand Prix of St. Pete, the season opener here at St. Pete. Let's get going with some of our highlights for what's been going on so far this year, or during the off season. One of the big things is the arrival of the charter system has been controversial. This is the first major year that the United Pro Cup Series has had a charter system. This charter system has created a lot of controversy because some of the teams that originally signed up never showed up. So a couple of teams were added late. The Volkswagen Racing team has shown up with last minute. They were supposed to be originally on the non-chartered grid. However, what happened was the non-chartered grid, they kind of got bumped up. They kind of wanted a chartered spot originally, but they were late to the party signing up. And now they have jumped into the chartered position because another team could not make it on the grid, so they're kind of covering us a little bit, covering the series a little bit. The other team was a team that you saw just a little bit ago, Callahan Team Ohio. They were a non-chartered team on the grid that were going to show up because non-chartered teams are allowed to race all the overcapacity races like Road Atlanta, Auto Club, and Indianapolis, along with 4 additional races each year. With that being said, they've been bumped up into the chartered position because they now have a charter. Both teams are way off the pace because they weren't expecting to actually run St. Pete, so they kind of threw their cars together last moment. We have 2 non-chartered cars here today. That's Cody Ware and Selena Tejano. Cody Ware is, of course, an oval master. However, because of the way the championship is, you also got to be strong at Road Atlanta, which is in a couple of races. So Cody Ware wanted to at least get a guaranteed entry into a race because, yeah, you're allowed to enter 4 different races. However, that doesn't mean you're going to start. They're only allowing 3 other cars to start. So there's 30 chartered cars and only 3 other entries, at least for the non-Road Atlanta, Fontana, and Indianapolis races, in which we get more cars for those events that we allow to start. Only 33 start every other race. With that being said, there are only 2 that attempted this race, so we only have 32 cars starting, so we're under that. So if somebody else had wanted to join, they got an automatic start. No one else wanted to sign up for it, so right now Tejano and Ware got a free start out of this. And remember, out of the 4, they get 4 races of their choice, and then the 3 overcapacity races that they're automatically entered in. So we'll see how that goes for them. So let's take a look at the Callahan Team Ohio cars. Bob Marliansky and Trevor Parvinsky are on the back row. You have to keep in mind these 2 drivers are, they're last-minute additions. Callahan Team Ohio was only going to run Farley Callahan originally. They have a bunch of cars for Farley Callahan, but they were only going to run Farley Callahan in, at most, 7 races all year. When they go charter, you got to run 3 cars. So literally, these 2 mechanics on the team are now drivers. They have been massively off the pace. along with Cody Ware. They have been upwards of 10, all three of them have been upwards of 6 to 10 seconds off the pace of everybody else. Now, in happy hour, they look like they've improved significantly. They're only about 2-3 seconds off the pace. Okay, I'll rephrase that. 2 to 3 seconds off of everybody else. That being said, these guys have not run, at least Parvinsky and Marliansky have not run professionally ever. This is their first race professionally. This is going to be a rough one, I think, for some of these drivers and teams. That being said, I had to put a little caveat in there because the team as a whole isn't the fastest either, but Callahan is significantly faster than these two. Callahan made some starts last year, namely in the Great Lakes region, didn't do well in the part-time championship that was run last year, but now it's just non-chartered championship. But the part-timers championship didn't do particularly well, didn't qualify for a lot of races, but qualified for a couple. So Farley Callahan, who is starting a little further up the grid, as you can see right there. Oh, I went a little too far. Hold on, let's go back. Is right there. That's Farley right there. On the other end of the field, we got Red Bull. Red Bull has been a very interesting brigade of drivers this week. Jack Donovan, leading champion of the sport, reigning champion, has done very well, very, very well this year, and I am excited to see what that team will do this year in particular. Helmut Marko, the Red Bull Racing Grand Poobah, has said that he does not think much of the rest of the competition. He expected to sweep the top three, and he expects to get a 1-2-3 sweep. Something that's never been done before. No team has ever swept a podium in a race. He expects to do it today. And Red Bull's got the speed to do it. At times, they've been a half second faster. Granted, everybody else seems to claw their way back by the end. But there have been times in preseason testing that they've been a half second faster than everybody else. That says a lot right there. A half second over everybody else. They're only 0.2 off of everybody else in qualifying, but they were able to sweep the top three. I don't know how that's going to go for them, but we'll see. We will see, because I'm a little skeptical that they're going to be able to do it right off the bat. I think maybe this year you will see somebody sweep the top three, but I don't think we're going to see it just yet, right? With that being said, let's go take a look at the starting grid of this, starting from the back. And in the last position, we have Trevor Parvinsky. Parvinsky, again, as I said, is not a trained racing driver. There's a lot of concern about Parvinsky, and alongside of him, Bob Marliansky. They will be ones to watch, especially if they stay in those cars into Daytona. Again, there's a lot of concern about them. Cody Ware expected to be a lot faster when we get to Daytona. He is expected to start the first 3 races of the year of his 7. And alongside of Selena Tejano, Tejano is the other non-chartered car. They're both starting back here, so expect that. Charles Descartes and Avanim Asimov are 2 of the Volkswagen drivers who kind of came out of nowhere. Don't expect them to be terribly strong because their cars aren't that great. Farley Callahan and Mike Martin are the next 2 cars on the grid. We expected Mike Martin to participate a lot faster, especially considering that his teammate, Phillip Pupura, is further up the grid. Tim Morse is the teammate of Mike Martin. Again, kind of surprised that they're this far down the grid. And alongside is the New England Automotive Technologies driver of Carter Fitzgerald, another driver that we expected to be further up the grid. I'm surprised that Fitzgerald is this far down. The first of the Ferraris. Ferrari has not had a great preseason testing this year, and they just don't appear to be that quick. That down with Viola Ailing. I expected a lot better. And Emily Carter is dragging that Volkswagen further up the grid than it probably should be. Great to see Emily Carter there. She got fired out of Red Bull because she didn't get along with Jack Donovan and Helmut Marko. So she kind of was expecting to get picked up by another team. Didn't get picked up. There was a couple of deals on the table, but it didn't happen in Volkswagen when they got their charters. was really quick to call up Emily Carter a couple weeks ago to get her onto the grid. Laurentanius Foth and Bozo are the next two cars on the grid, with Eric Dyson driving for JV Motorsports. They will be a one to watch this year, I think. And alongside, you got Josie Darby up there as well. Darby expecting to be okay this year. We now are near the Perseus Automotive Group Fords of Luke Scaglietti, Squirrel Romanov, and Kohaki Shinazaki. They will be drivers that I think are going to be kind of in just tandem working their way up the grid. They didn't qualify as well as they would have liked. And I think the Monkey Paw Motorsports cars of Derek Blackwood, Randy Garland, and Alex Burley qualify a lot better than they thought. Becca Erling kind of is in the middle of the... Becca Erling and Apo and Selmy are in the middle of the Monkey Paw Motorsports cars. And there's Alex Burley. Randy Garland and Derek Blackwood's the one in the back. They actually qualified a lot better than we thought they would. Tyler Thaber and Jared Vershagen are part of JV Motorsports' a row of control here. Pretty good job for both of them. Their cars look really sleek. And here is 5th and 6th place of Ryan Matthews and Russell Pliskin. And now we're at Phillip Pupura, the highest placed non-Red Bull driver, alongside of William Brock. Jack Donovan and Eric Monaco also on the grid as well. Monaco has been promoted to driver 2, and William Brock has just joined this team, so congratulations to him. With that being said, it is time for the event to begin. So let's take a look and see what happens here at St. Pete. I'm excited for this event. I hope you are too. Here we go. Pace car is on the move. They're just going to go straight to green here. This could be a fun one here. What happens here at St. Pete? And here they go. Jack Donovan leads the field to the green. This is a familiar sight in UPCS. Are you not? And here we go. It looks like Thaber's already trying to make a move further back. 3 wide. Underneath Matthews here. Great start by Thaber. Thaber's going to try and go for the highest non-Red Bull car, as the Red Bulls are essentially controlling this race, as Pupura is trying to hold on to that. I think he's going to hold on to 4th. Everybody gets through okay. So far as Eric Monaco's leading over Jack Donovan. That's kind of a surprise. We expected Donovan to start controlling this race, but he obviously isn't doing that like we thought. And here we go onto the backstretch. Donovan's down to 3rd. Brock's up to 2nd. That's a big surprise, seeing that as Pupura is solidly into 4th with Thaber in 5th, but it looks like Matthews is trying to take over 4th. 5th from Thaber here. It looks like Matthews are going to make that move stick. Maybe not, though. He goes wide, and it looks like Burley is going to get underneath him. Oh, we got a crash in the back! That's going to be a yellow flag for the 18. Right there. The 18 is around. Eric Dyson fell out there. Did they take the yellow is my question. Yes, they did. It looks like Monaco did get the yellow. So we do have a lap 1 caution here, and we are going to see, maybe Mike Martin got a bit of damage there? I'm not sure, but Eric Dyson definitely did. He had to get a tow back, or he's currently getting a tow back. Let's take a look and see what happened to Dyson here. Did he just go wide? Oh, yeah, he just went wide, and then Blackwood was there, and, Josie Darby and Mike Martin got a big piece of that as well, but yes, definitely a yellow flag there. Much needed call on that yellow, as the Red Bulls are 1, 2, 3, but it's a different order than any of them thought, as Dyson and Martin have pitted. How's Darby doing, I wonder? Oh, Callahan dropped to the back. That's kind of a surprise there. I'm kind of surprised Callahan's in the back. Wonder what happened to him, because he was further up than the other 2 Callahan Autosports. Oh! I think he stopped when the incident took place. And then, yeah, he stopped and basically let everybody go, trying to avoid the incident with Dyson there. That's why he dropped to the back. And now it's time for pit stops here on lap 2. Well, no. Well, one car's pitting. That looks like one of the Ferraris is coming in. That's Anselmi coming in, and I expected Josie Darby to come in. That's a move I'm not surprised. And two of the Callahan Team Ohio cars are coming in as well. That's going to get confusing as the year goes on because there's also a non-championship or non-chartered team called Tonnerre Team Ohio. So there's actually going to be two Team Ohios. But no need for any lucky dog positions or any waiver rounds, I think, today. Although Parvinsky is going to beat Anselmi off the pit road. Darby is going to be behind Anselmi, and Marliansky is going to hold up the rear. Actually, Mike Martin's going to be way behind all of them. But right now, it looks like the first car out for the season is going to be Eric Dyson. Dyson is the first car out this year, so tough break for Eric Dyson. We expected that team to actually be strong, and a big shame that they're out that early. Monaco, meanwhile, is our leader today. Again, kind of a surprise that Donovan let his two teammates go by. That wasn't the plan from what we heard. The plan was that the teams were going to basically let Donovan run rabbit, and Brock be the the rear gunner basically for the team, but that's not planning out, and I wonder if Helmut Marko is going to make any changes in that regard as they're about to go back green. Oh wow, look at all the work that had to be done on Josie Darby's car. A lot of damage to that car. Tough break for Darby. But here comes Eric Monaco and the other Red Bulls. Oh, is Brock coming in? Oh, yeah, William Brock's got a problem, I think. He's bringing it down pit road, but we're going to go green here. I'm surprised that Brock is in, honestly. Green flag is out, and away we go. Donovan's looking on the outside of Monaco here. We're going to try this again. Hopefully we can get through the first lap of green without a caution. Donovan's on the outside of... And now the inside of Monaco, and it looks like Donovan could get the spot here. Yes, he does. He gets his lead back. And now, oh no, it was a penalty for William Brock. Speeding under the caution for Brock there. Faber now is trying to look around Pupura, not going to get it done there, as Burley has gotten by Matthews. Alex Burley in the Monkey Paw car. We were not expecting the Monkey Paws to be that strong this year. Here they go down the back straightaway now. And off they go into the end corner here. This is where a lot of damage happened last time around. You got to be oh so careful through this corner. Oh, we got another car that got into the fence, it sounds like. But so far so good. No major issues, and Brock has already caught up to the back of Mike Martin. So it just shows how much faster Brock is than everybody else. So the Red Bulls are considerably faster than the rest of the field, just to say the least there. And there goes Brock already by Mike Martin. Martin's, of course, I think damaged considerably, but... Let's make sure that we can get through this race cleanly here. We don't want to have too many issues, and it's going to come down to pit strategy. That's just the nature of the beast, so... Right now, it looks like Faber's lost a couple of spots, or lost a spot to Burley. But, again, just got to play this very smart. It's a long race. We're only 1/11th through this race, so... Or 1/10th through it, so... Let's make sure that we get this done. Everybody, let's not be a little stupid here. We want to make sure everybody's okay. So let's keep our eyes open and our ears peeled. Let's see, make sure everybody got through the next corner down here. It looks like it. Brock is picking off cars left and right. We know how much faster that car is than everybody else, so... Here we go. Brock's already looking underneath Ware. Cody Ware is going to be an easy driver, I think, to pick off. Oh, we got a bunch of cars coming down pit road already. I know there are some cars that are trying to do pit strategy early on here. We've got Anselmi on pit road. Shinazaki, Airlings on pit road as well. Somebody else is further back. That's Asimov. So, I don't know if I like this pit move. Why didn't you just pit under yellow? But I don't get that, but was there maybe a penalty of some type? But I don't know. But it looks like they're just topping off on gas. Airling's gone. Looks like Shinazaki and Selmy, though, they've maybe got a problem. As the field is coming around here. Yeah, Shinazaki, very long stop. I wonder if there was something out there that caused those cars to pit. It is the first race of the season, and I have seen issues before where teams have struggled before, but here comes Shinazaki out of the pits right with Jack Donovan, so this is going to really hurt Donovan here, I think. Maybe put him back to Monaco here. How is Donovan going to deal with Shinazaki, though? That's going to be the story of this race, though, is this track doesn't have a lot of passing opportunities. As when lapped cars become a factor, how is that going to change the nature of this race? No one else on pit road, so there must have been some issues with some cars. Because, quite frankly, I don't know why you'd pit. That early, at least. I don't get it. But Donovan is struggling here to try and get as much time as he can off of Shinazaki. Again, it's going to be a rough one, I think, for some teams. It just is, unfortunately. And with Shinazaki being kind of slow out there, I mean, it's rough, really. I'm not going to lie. It's rough for him. Meanwhile, Donovan doing his best to kind of just hold that lead there, manage it. Uh-oh, do we got a problem with Bozo? Looks like it. He's going to have to pit, I think. Oh, yep, pit and Bozo coming in. We got a couple other cars pitting. Again, this race is a big pit strategy race, and now that it's a little shorter than it was last year it was 69 laps, this year it's 55. They're coming in and doing some just overall strategy calls. We've got who's on pit road, Ware, Callahan, Morse, Fitzgerald, and Zoe are in, along with Alex Burley. That's a big one. Watching Burley come in. He's been on there a while, actually. Again, just topping off, I think, on fuel, but oh, maybe Burley's got a problem because he's been there a while. As Donovan continues to control this race. Again, early on, it's not really that much of a factor early on because you know you're probably going to get another caution because it's a street race. But again, it's going to come down to how you manage these cautions and just not going a lap down early on, I think. And it doesn't look like the Red Bulls are particularly pushing that hard. I actually think that they're trying to back the field up so that Brock can stay in this, actually. I'm going to see where Brock is currently running. Uh-oh. He's got a problem. Brock's got a problem. What happened to William Brock? Oh, yeah, he just broke down, it looked like. Or did he get the fence? Oh, yeah, he hit the fence. He's got a tire going down. Oh, that's not good for Brock. I thought Brock was just, I thought they were holding out the field for Brock, but it doesn't look like that's the case. Yeah, he's hurt. Ware and Shinazaki now are doing battle, and remember, Ware's considerably slower than a lot of the other drivers here. His best lap time's a 1:19 when race leader Jack Donovan's is a 1:14. So just keep that in mind. Shinazaki's doing 1:15s, but Brock, this isn't what Red Bull wanted out of William Brock for his debut race for the team. Obviously, Monaco's been there a little bit, but Brock's struggling today, and he's going to have some damage repaired, it looks like. Can't hit the wall, and that's going to be another thing, too, is that if you go wide, these cars aren't the most durable, believe it or not, and if you hit a wall, you're kind of struggling. We're on lap 10 of 55. We're almost 20% done with the race. So, just make sure that you're just managing yourselves and wear now going a lap down. That's not going to be good for him. He's going to want to, you're going to want to stay on the lead lap as much as you can, and that's what Shinazaki and Selmy, Burley, and Asimov are going to want to do here. Erling to a lesser extent as well, although Erling's going to be pretty safe, I think. Bozo's way down the order, it looks like. But again, once it starts getting into pit road cycles, it looks like this is going to be big, I think. Pupura trying to get by Ware here, because he's actually closing in quite a bit here on Monaco. Looks like Monaco's got some right side damage to his car. And yeah, definitely he does. So I'm a little concerned for Eric Monaco here. Maybe... don't want to do that too often, as Faber now is going to have to try and get by Cody Ware. Again, you just got to be really, really cautious. Really, really cautious. That's it, you know? Just keep everything under control. It's still early in this race, and if there's any more yellows or anything of that nature... Uh-oh! And we might have just spoken one into existence here. What happened to Morse? He's jumping oil on the track. He hit the end of the tire wall, but he's still going. I don't think there's too much damage here from him, but... I think they're probably going to keep it green, but... Also, looks like Monaco's closing in. Oh, car further back coming in. That's Cody Ware again. Ware is kind of a mess right now, I think the Rick Ware team is. But Tim Morse, driving for Southern Tier Motorsports, is having a rough day, and he looks like the fire maybe has gone out, but he had some smoke coming out of that car earlier, and if I'm Tim Morse, that might be the end of his day, I think. 28 car with a suspension failure. Possibly. We're not seeing her come in. And I think that could be race over for Tim Morse, but the Red Bulls are actually closing in on it. Or Monaco's actually closing in on the back of Donovan here. Kind of surprised at that, honestly. Shinazaki's doing a really good job holding off, staying on the lead lap here. So if a yellow does come out, it'll make Shinazaki stay on the lead lap. And these yellows sometimes in this series can just, on road courses, can just completely change the running order of the event. And hopefully we get some green flag pit stops, because strategy is going to be a huge thing, I think, in this event. So, here we go for Jack Donovan over Eric Monaco, the New Yorker, trying to hold off Phillip Pupura back there. Although, I think it might become a fleeting factor, because I think Pupura is actually the fastest of the three right now. But, again, we've seen these Red Bull cars just take off into the Wild Blue Yonder without much of a question of any other stuff, you know? Like, they have been incredibly strong throughout, yeah. As Monaco is trying his best there, we're looking up more still on pit road, so they're definitely doing a lot of work to that car. I don't think he's going to fall out yet, but so far we're all kind of in our groove today. We're just kind of in the groove, making sure that we can all get through everything, so... You know? Keep it going, you know? And here we go. We're just still running right now. Wow, Noah Hart commenting on one of my videos. It's been ages since that's been a fact, since that's been a thing. It's not working. And here we go. We're just still running right now. Why is this not working on my phone? Is this not working right? Wow, Noah Hart commenting on one of my videos. It's been ages. Is this not working? That's been a thing. It's not working. It looks like it's frozen on my end. And here we go. Let me try this. Why is this not working on my phone? Oh, Callahan. Oh, you pit. We get some green flag pit stops because strategy is going to be a huge thing, I think, in this event. Oh, it's lagging? Okay. I'll try and fix it. There's not a lot, there's not a ton going on right now if it's going radio broadcast, but... Let me try this. Sorry, you're hearing me a couple of times here. I'm going to try and figure out what's going on here. Let me pause it. I'm going to try something here. Yeah, it's coming in as a red. Hold on one sec. I'm just going to try and fix this, everybody. I'm just going to try and see if the stream... What's going on with the stream here? Stream health is poor. Well, let me fix something here. We're going to wait a sec here while I... try... Alright, so every 1 second you can't just send a bunch of streams. Maybe that'll fix some stuff, but I might have accidentally put on latency. Alright, we're going to try and get it back going again here. Maybe it'll fix itself, hopefully. I'm going to keep my eye on it because I've been really struggling with this race. I tried a video recording of it. Maybe it'll fix itself, hopefully. Looks like it's doing it. I'm going to keep my eye on it because I've been really struggling with this race. I tried. Looks like it's trying to fix itself, so we'll see if it does. We'll keep it going here. Alright. So we're going to keep going here. So far, so good. I mean, Tim Morris is 4 laps down now, but, I mean, we haven't had a ton going on, honestly, in this event so far. I mean, just the 15 coming out of the pits, that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's been a calmer race than I thought it would be, based on what I've seen earlier. I mean, we haven't had a ton going on. And I know it is very laggy, and... Damn it. Looks like it's being problematic again. Crap. Well, crap. Well, we're going to have to just power through it, I think, as Jack Donovan now has a 3-second lead over Eric Monaco, his teammate. Phillip Pupura is a little further back. I'm a little mad about that stream quality. I was hoping it would be really good today because I was having a lot of issues with some of the other stuff with my video recording software because I ran this race once before and we were really kind of struggling with it. So we're going to go for a little commercial break for a second here. So I'll be right back. All right, I am back, and apparently there is Wi-Fi issues at my house. So, yippee! I'm not happy because I am back, and apparently there is Wi-Fi, and it is nothing I can control. So we might have to stop this again. I'm not happy because it was fine at the start, and now we're struggling here. So let me try and fix some stuff again, and yeah, we're going to have to stop it. Sorry, everybody.